Hey everybody, this is the subsequent session of the previous session where I'm going to calculate uh, uh, each of the characters income in different level, also trying to calculate the total income in each of the months and average income, maximum income of each of the months, minimum income of each of the months, and median income of each of the months. So let's start with the yearly income first. So you have seen here, I have populated all the months income of each of the characters. Like Ross has made different income in each of the months, as well as Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, Joey, and Chandler. They have also made different income of each of the months. Okay, so first I'm going to calculate the yearly income of Ross, which is the first row. You see, uh, I'm going to calculate the yearly income. So that means I am going to add all this month's income of Ross and going to calculate the yearly income. So to do so, I will first select this cell, then we'll click on equal sign, and next I'm going to sum up the income. So I'm going to write function sum, then start with first parenthesis, and now I'm going to select the first or January month's income cell, which is actually D5 here. Then you are going to uh, enter colon and finally select the December month's income of Ross, which is O5 here. So when you select O5, you see all the middle cells have been selected already. Okay, then you will close the parenthesis and press enter. You see uh, the total yearly income of Ross has been calculated, which is 7800 here. And you see this is little bit rightwards, so if you want you can center this by clicking center at the top. uh, at the top there are some different options, so you can click here. After selecting this, if you click here, it would be centered. Okay, so now if I want to calculate the yearly income of Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, Joey, and Chandler, uh, I have to do the same procedure for each of these. So this is uh, not a very viable or effective option. So what you can do, you can, as you have calculated for this first cell, what you can do, you can just uh, take your cursor at the right side and bottom here, and when you see this plus sign, you will just press it with your finger at the mouse, which is left side of the mouse, and drag it until the bottom, and you see it has been auto populated. So the equation, you have written the equation for this first cell, and the rest of the cells equation has been auto populated. Okay, so you see this has been calculating, this is calculating Rachel's income in all this year, and same thing is happening for Monica, and as well as rest of the group. Okay, so this is automatically calculating, so you don't have to write the equation every time for each of the cell. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the same procedure to calculate the total income of these six characters in January. So you will have to you will have to place a equal sign first, then you have to write sum again, start with first parenthesis and click on the first income, which is Ross's income in January, then click colon and finally click Chandler's income, and you see all the incomes in January have been already selected. Close the parenthesis and hit enter. You see it is 2100, which is the total income of the 6 characters in the month of January, and you can center it. Okay, so now if I want to calculate the total income in February, March, April, as well as at the very end like December, you don't have to do this for all the months individually. You can just take your cursor to the very bottom and click here, drag and take it until the month of December. You can actually take it at the very end of yearly income. Okay, and you see it has been auto populated everything, so it is showing you what is the total income in January, what is the total income in February, March, April, and what is the total income of the 6 characters yearly. Okay, so everything is auto populated. So if you select some of the cells, total income cells, randomly, you see for September it is taking this September month's income for 6 characters. Okay, and for yearly income it is taking the yearly incomes cell for 6 characters. Okay, so now if I want to calculate the average income of the 6 characters in the month of January, so same thing, you have to first start with the equal sign, then you have to write the function average. So you see average, and then start with the first parenthesis, select the first income which is Ross's income, and then colon, and finally select Chandler's income and close parenthesis and hit enter. So you see the average income is actually 350. So which is calculating by averaging these 6 characters income in the month of January. So if I want to calculate the average income in all of these months and as well as yearly income, what I can do, the same procedure, just drag until the very end, it is auto populated. Okay, you see some of the average income has been fractionized, so I can just uh, make it without fraction. So for that you can select everything and then go here you can see increase decimal or decrease decimal. So I'm going to decrease the decimal. Okay, so every time you click, the decimal is decreasing, so I am going to decrease until it becomes the whole number. Okay, so you see now it has become the whole number. So next function I can show, that is the maximum income. So maximum income, this is going to calculate the maximum income in the month of January within the 6 characters. Okay, so for this, if you write the function max and start with parentheses, select Ross's income first, then colon, and finally select Chandler's income, close the parenthesis and hit enter. You see the maximum income of the month of January is 600. Okay, and if you just check it, uh, manual check, you see the maximum income actually was made by Chandler in the month of January. Okay, so if I want to calculate the maximum income in the whole year, like February, March, or April, you can just select here. Okay, so uh, I have wrongly clicked here, so I can just place Ctrl Z and just undo it. So sorry, so you can select the maximum income cell in January, then do the same thing what I have done for, okay, again. So drag until the very end, and you see every month is giving, from this maximum functions, every month is giving which cell or which character is uh, has made the maximum income. Okay, so for instance, if I randomly check for the month of May, it is taking these cells, and in the month of May the maximum income was actually 500, which was the income of Ross. Okay, and for yearly, if I see the yearly maximum income, which is 7800, and that was made by Ross, and it has taken all the yearly income sales into consideration when I wrote this function. So you don't need to write it for every single time. You can just write it for on and then populate it by auto calculating. Okay, so the same thing I can do for minimum calculation. So for minimum, just write down the function min and then do the same thing. Select the first income, then colon, and finally select Chandler's income, which is the last income, close parenthesis and hit enter. So $100 is the, so 100 is the lowest or minimum income in the month of January, which was made by actually Ross. So, and now you can auto populate the rest of the months and the yearly income. So for yearly check, which is 4300, is the minimum income, and that was made by actually Rachel. Okay, poor Rachel. Okay, so now another very important and interesting function I'm going to show you, that is median. So for median calculation, so first you have to know what is median. So when you hear something median, that is going to calculate the middle numbers of the existing cells, existing column. Okay, so here six characters, actually there is six characters. Okay, so within these six characters, the actually if this was five characters, then you can easily calculate which one is the middle characters. The number three characters is the middle characters for number five, if there was five characters. But as there is six characters, so number 3 and 4 both are in the middle. So in this case, what will happen, for calculating the median, the function will take this number 3 and 4 income, and then uh, after summation of this, it will divide by 2 to make it average, and that would be the median. Okay, so same thing happened for February, March, April, all other months. Okay, so let's start with the function. So median, you have to write median and give the parentheses, and then you can select the first number and colon and the last number. It will auto calculate which one is in the middle and automatically calculate it. And after closing the parenthesis, hit enter and see the median income of the month of January is 350. So if you drag until the very end, it calculates the median income for each of the months and as well as yearly income. Okay, so that was all for today. I hope you have learned a lot of things today. If you are very beginner in Microsoft Excel, in the next coming sessions, I will try to cover some advanced things. Thank you, everybody.